Shalom. First, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Basham, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the sons of Yakin pushing this truth out world. Shalom, keep pushing. But this article says, early stages of Russia's Ukraine invasion unfolding. Now, Blinken tells UN. Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned members of the United Nations Security Council Thursday that the early stages of a Russian invasion of Ukraine were unfolding after Moscow bolstered its forces along the border between the two nations in recent days. Blinken, who swung by Turtle Bay on his way to Germany for this weekend's Munich Security Conference, described the crisis as the most immediate threat to peace and security and called on the global body to address the situation. The stakes go far beyond Ukraine, the Secretary of State said in remarks lasting roughly 10 minutes. This is a moment of peril for the lives and safety of millions of people, as well as for the foundation of the United Nations Charter and the rules-based international order that preserves stability worldwide. Blinken pointed in new intelligence showing that Russia is sending more ground troops, aircraft, and ships to the region as it prepares to launch an attack. In fact, it's unfolding right now today as Russia takes steps down the path to war and reissued the threat of military action, he said. I am here today not to start a war, but to prevent one. Yeah, Esau, talking about he don't like to start wars. You know, the scripture say this man war is in his heart. You know, and here it is, this $2 cracker talking about he don't want to start a war. Blinken added, the information I presented here is validated by what we've seen unfolding in the plain sight before our eyes for months. While Russia has dismissed the West's warnings of invasion as melodrama and nonsense, they've been steadily amassing more than 100,000 troops on Ukraine's border, as well as their capabilities to conduct a massive military assault. It isn't just saying this, allies and partners saying the same thing, said America's top diplomat before imploring the Kremlin to take concrete steps to end the standoff. The Russian government can announce today with no evacuation or deflection. I think that word is equivocation or something like that. I think I'm wrong on it. That Russia will not invade Ukraine, Blinken said, stated plainly to the world, and then demonstrated it by sending your troops, your tanks, your planes back to their barracks and sending your diplomats to the negotiating table. But that's the thing. These Edomite Russians, they've been sending they people to these negotiating tables. But the thing is, it's falling on deaf ears. You know, they're not listening. You know, the U.S. is not listening. NATO's not listening. You know, but they keep telling them to come to the table, but they keep saying, hey, no, and all their demands. So, hey, you know, Russia's saying, hey, it's time to go to war. But, I mean, you know, man, the Lord, we know on a spiritual level is all set up through the Most High. But, you know, and then, you know, we know behind the scenes it's just Esau, Edom, the so-called global elite, you know, setting up this war, you know, due to their whole, they C-19 narrative is falling apart. You know, they being exposed. You know, these the juice shots, the juice, you know, is killing people left and right. So hey, you know, so to try to cover up their tracks and cover their BS up, you know, they want to go to war. You know, Russia has repeatedly denied it intends to invade Ukraine and has accused the U.S. and the allies of amping up drama over the routine troop movements and military exercises. Blinken said Thursday that he expected his UN remarks would be similarly received by Moscow. You know, and then plus, you know, the U.S. economy is, you know, falling apart. Inflation's running hot. You know, gas prices going up. It's putting more of a squeeze on the economy. So, hey, everything is coming to a head. You know, this war with Russia, you know, it'll start off as a hybrid war, a regional war, and then it's gonna go worldwide because even China said they're gonna back Moscow up. You know, so you got Edom and Moab together, the Russian Edomites and the Chinese Moabites. You know, which is gonna spill over into Iran. You know, and Israel gonna have to get involved. You know, they're gonna try to make a move on Iran. And, you know, then that's game over. You know, then we got this MF, you know? So we're gonna sit here and watch these heathens, you know, rip each other apart, man. You know, blow each other, turn each other to hamburger. You know, but you know, they steady hyping up this war up. We know eventually they're gonna go to war with the US, but we don't know if the time is right now. But we're gonna get some precepts. We're gonna go to Psalms 58. What the hell's going on? We're gonna go to Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So the wicked, the Edomites, you know, they go from the womb speaking lies. So lying is natural to the so-called white man. You know, the so-called white woman. And to the so-called white woman, you know, so-called child, white child. You know, natural, lying comes natural to these devils. You know? You know, they are the wicked, man. And they constantly lying, talking about, oh, you don't want to start a war. You know, saying, oh, Russia's getting ready to start, you know, false flags. They're getting ready to do a chemical attack. You know, both of these are Edomites. But, you know, so you can't really say who's telling the truth in this situation. You know, Russia saying they withdrawing troops. You know, the U.S. saying they not. You know, the only thing, the way to handle these devils is don't believe any of them, you know, either side. Just sit back and watch their actions. Because you know they lying as soon as their lips start moving. You know, we're going to go to Psalms again. 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So yeah, this so-called white man, he loves to use his sword. You know, he loves to see blood spill. You know, he loves bloodshed. So he's gonna eventually go to war with these Russians. You know, with the so-called Chinese. It's coming. You know, but he's smooth with those smooth words. You know, oh, I really don't want a conflict. If, you know, Russia could come, you know, we can get together and negotiate some things and, you know, try to resolve this conflict. You know, we don't want to see millions of people suffer. You know, which is all lies. You know, like I just said, man, when you know how to tell so-called white man is lying if his lips are moving. So believe nothing he say. You know, especially you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Israelites. Believe nothing that this man says. You know, if he tell you the sky is blue, go outside and check for yourself, man. But, you know, this man, he's drawing swords and war in his heart. You know, he's he's getting in a war position. You know, and eventually he's gonna get in that real grimy war position on you Israelites. You know, which is gonna be in the form of Jacob's trouble. You know, so you spent your time serving for Esau in the service, you know, on his jobs, getting your pensions and all this, and you loving his society. Guess what? This devil, he's getting ready to flip the coin, man. He's about to be like Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde on you Israelites, man. He's going to start mowing you down in the streets. You know, so hey, get ready. Because he's about to turn up. You know, but, you know, I pray this video was edifying. Until the Son Siakia, man, keep pushing. Shalom.